Well, greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back once again, or for the very first time, to the Farts and Crap Show, where today it's your host Anjo here to tell you about some awesome, amazing deals they got going on the PlayStation Digital Store, also known as PSN. So yeah, we have a lot of games to get through, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. And there's a few notes I'm going to say about each game and all that. But yeah, first off, we got Bloodborne Complete Edition Bundle, which is pretty great. It includes the base game, of course, and the DLC, the Old Hunters. And if you're a PSN member, actually, you get an extra 10% off, so it's only $13.99. And if you're not, it's $17.49, so it's $17.50 for like a great game plus the DLC. It's fantastic. If you're a FromSoft fan or a Dark Souls fan, or you've never played this one, it's great. It's really good. Alright, moving right along. We have the amazing Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown for only $14.99. I recently did a playthrough, like a full hard difficulty playthrough of this game on this channel, and it's fantastic. Like for flight simulation games, or even just like action games with like a great story, great soundtrack, super tight gameplay. It's PlayStation VR optional, which is pretty cool. And there is some online multiplayer, but it's not the reason to play this game. The campaign plus the DLC campaign, it's a phenomenal ride. And speaking of which, the Season Pass, which includes the DLC campaign, a couple extra planes, and a music player, actually, which is really cool, it's also half off. So it's only $12.50, so you can pick up the base game and the DLC, essentially the deluxe edition, for less than $30. It's really good. However, the campaign DLC is only 3 missions. But, I mean, the additional planes that you also get from it, the music player, like, I think it's definitely worth it because of how the quality of this is just exceedingly good. Like, and the DLC missions, like, they're not reusing old maps either. Like, it has its own story. And, like, I think all 3 maps are brand new. I think it's 3 different maps. I believe so. That sounds right. Yeah, it is. But yeah, even if you don't pick up the Season Pass, still, amazing game for $15. And all of these sales are ending on the 2nd of September. And this is for the North American region, just to clarify that real quick. So next up we have Doom Eternal Deluxe Edition for $22.50. The base game is only $14.99. But I was talking to my friend Big Diary Dump, who is... We've done stuff together on this channel before. And it includes the PS5 version and the PS4 version. So, and it's got a PS4 Pro patch. So whether you're on base PS4, PS4 Pro, or you have a PS5, you're gonna have the optimized experience for that platform. And the DLC is pretty substantial as well. You get the Old Gods, like the Year 1 Season Pass, basically. And it's, from what I've heard, it's a fantastic game, and it's 75% off right now if you want to get the deluxe edition, so pretty great deal, $22.50. Another one, which is one of my favorite PlayStation exclusives, pretty much of all time, God of War, the reboot. This game is incredible. It's a single-player campaign. Like, everything about it is amazing. It's half off right now for non-PlayStation Plus members, so $10, and you get an extra $2 off if you're a PlayStation Plus member, so $8 instead of $10. But yeah, for that price, like, it's kind of hard to beat this game. It's kind of hard to beat this deal. Like, it got a price cut quite some time ago after, I want to say after the first year, something like that, after it sold, like, after a certain milestone. And, yeah, you can pick it up right now at a great deal. Another one, same price point, $10 for non-PS Plus members, $8 if you are. Shadow of the Colossus Remake. This is a fantastic game. Like, if you've never played this one, or if you've never played Shadow of the Colossus at all, PS2 game, the PS2 original, the PS3 remake, which was also done by Bluepoint Games, or this game, well, actually, the PS3 version was more of a remaster of the original. This is a ground-up remake. It looks incredible. It plays so well. Everything about it. Just play this game. If you don't have it, pick this up. If you're a PlayStation Plus member, you could get this and God of War for $16. And two amazing games right there. Next one, I also did a full playthrough on this channel a while back. This game is massive. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. This is a remaster of a PS3 and Xbox 360 game. It's one of my favorite Tales of games that I've played. I haven't played every single one, but I am a big fan of the series. I didn't quite love it as much as Tales of Xillia, but that game has not got a modern port yet, so this is a good one. This is a really good one. I put at least like 120 hours into it, 130 hours, something like that, and I still didn't do everything. Like, it's huge. Plus, it has couch co-op for the battle mode, because you always have a party of like 4, I think is what it was, and so each person can just have a controller and control that character in the battles, which is pretty great. And it doesn't say it's PS4 Pro enhanced, but I think it is. Maybe it's not. Anyway, it's also on Switch, but at $10, 80% off. This is a fantastic deal. Even if you're not a big JRPG fan, it's a really good game. Really good. And if you've never played a Tales of game and you want to play one of the previous ones before Tales of Arise comes out, which is like next week, by the way, this is a good one to pick up. It's a really good one to pick up. Another great deal, Castlevania Requiem, Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood. It says what it is right in the title. You're getting Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood in one collection. Now, to be fair, this is essentially the bonus content from Castlevania X Dracula Chronicles, I think is what it was called. Anyway, it was a release on the PlayStation Portable that had a 3D version, like a 2.5D version of Rondo of Blood that a lot of people really didn't like. But you could also unlock the original Rondo of Blood in the game, as well as Symphony of the Night. This version, they redo the UI a little bit, but they completely left out the 2.5D version of Rondo of Blood, which is great, because I didn't like it, and I was not alone in that. And Rondo of Blood, in case you are a retro collector, is a very difficult game to get at a decent price. It's very expensive because at first it was only for the PC Engine, I believe. And it was a Japanese exclusive Castlevania game. But it's very, very good, and it is a direct prequel to Symphony of the Night. And since this is the PSP version of Symphony of the Night, You can also play as Maria in that version, which is not the same as Maria from Nocturne of the Moonlight, I believe, is what the Japanese version of the Saturn release was called. Actually, I think it was called that on the PlayStation as well. Anyway, in Japan, I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. And the Sega Saturn version had Maria as an unlockable, and the PlayStation version did not. But the PlayStation version also had fewer glitches and performance issues than the Sega Saturn version did, so it had a little bit of a trade-off. But yeah, this game is phenomenal. $8, you're basically paying $4 for each. And yeah, it's a fantastic collection. Honestly, like a couple of the best games of the era. Honestly. Next one we got $5. I believe this is the cheapest game on this list. But yeah, Dragon's Crown Pro. This game is really good. It was developed by Vanillaware and originally published by Atlas, I want to say, and Sega. Yeah, lots of reasons it's rated teen. Blood and gore, partial nudity, suggestive themes, use of alcohol and tobacco, violence. But they got that T rating. Anyway, this is basically like Golden Axe, essentially. But a little bit different. It's got a modern twist, kind of like how Castle Crashers did that. Not quite like Streets of Rage 4, but you kind of get it. It's like a multiplayer focused side-scrolling beat 'em up. And this game does have some issues with like balancing and stuff like that. If you do want to beat it, it ends up being very grindy. And if you want to beat it single player, good luck. But yeah, it's very fun. The music's really good. It's gorgeous. And it's $5, 75% off. So if you don't have it, and you've been thinking about it, it's there. Plus it supports online multiplayer, so that's also pretty cool. Next one is actually the game this music is from, which the entire soundtrack was done by the Tokyo Philharmonic Orchestra, I believe is what it's called. But yeah, Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch Remastered. This was one of the most critically acclaimed JRPGs on the PlayStation 3, partially because of Level 5 working with Studio Ghibli to basically create this very anime, amazing like story JRPG like system that has like Pokemon elements and like a lot of other elements of other JRPGs that have done very well. Anyway, it's fantastic. It's really good. It's 75% off, $12.50. This is the definitive version of the game, bar none. And it's also, it doesn't say this one, but it is PS4 Pro enhanced. I know it is because on the title screen it has 4K video options, where it will run either at 4K 30 or 1440p at 60 FPS. So, and then, of course, if you're playing it on a 1080p display, it'll kind of super sample that 1440 to 1080. So it looks really good. Plays good, sounds good. Fantastic game. The next one, kind of a game that a lot of people forgot about immediately. Also PS4 Pro enhanced. It doesn't always say that on the PlayStation Store, but yeah, this game is one of the few that can do 4K 60 on PS4 Pro. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's 3 Wipeout games remastered, I believe. Wipeout Fury, the original Wipeout, and Wipeout 2048, which was only on the PlayStation Vita. So if you're a Wipeout fan and you never had a Vita, which is a lot of people, well, the second thing, not really the first thing, But yeah, if you're a racing fan or like a Mario Kart fan, um, it's fantastic. It's it's kind of like a kart racer, kind of like again Mario Kart or Crash Team Racing, but futuristic, kinda sorta like Star Wars Episode One Racer, but like really good. And it's half off, $10. So it's fantastic. Highly recommend it. The next one we got is God Eater 2 Rage Burst, another game that is massive. It took me about probably almost 200 hours to platinum this game. And even if you go for the platinum trophy, you're gonna still have stuff to do. Like, a lot of the times with games, once I get the platinum, I'm like, I don't have any reason to play this game. I've done everything. Not this game. I've come back to it multiple times. It's very, very good. Huge. Basically, if you're a fan of Monster Hunter, you're going to be right at home with this game. It's anime Monster Hunter, basically. I would say gameplay-wise, it's also the best one in the series. I prefer God Eater Resurrection a little bit, but that game is not on sale right now. And God Eater 3 wasn't done by Shift because they were working on Code Vein. But, yeah, this game is phenomenal. And it's only $9, 85% off. I think the biggest discount on this list. I don't think we have a 90% off game. But yeah, $9. Super good. Plus you can play online multiplayer on it, which works really well, by the way. And yeah, it's amazing. Highly recommend this. Next one, we got the original Puyo Puyo Tetris up. Now, to be fair, the sequel is already out, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. There's more content. There's like lots of new stuff. They basically just added a ton of things. But if you just want a really solid game of Tetris on PlayStation, this is one of the best. I hesitate to say the best because I haven't played Tetris Effect, and that's kind of a different thing. It's not like standard Tetris. Although they might have a mode for that, I don't really know. Again, it's only $10 right now. It's incredibly good. Especially if, you just want to challenge a friend in a classic game of Tetris or a Puyo Puyo. I mean, there are Puyo Puyo fans out there, which it used to be, in North America, was better known as Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine for the Sega Genesis. But yeah, it was always a Sega thing. So, yeah, whether you're in it for the Puyo Puyo or the Tetris, it's a good time. Next, one of my favorite games of the past 5 years, Streets of Rage 4. This game is phenomenal. I mentioned it earlier. And for a side-scrolling beat-em-up, I would argue this is the best game on the market right now. Now, .mu is also doing Shredder's Revenge, I think is what it's called. Coming out, I think still sometime this year, I'm not really sure. And this game actually just got its DLC, Mr. X Nightmare, which is also moderately priced, I believe, at $8, I want to say. So you could get the game and the DLC for $23, which is still less than the base game. 40% off. Not an expensive game, $25 usually, but get $10 off right now. And tons of replay value on this game. Tons. There's so many modes, so many things to do, and if you want, you can crank up the difficulty just like to a stupid amount. And even if you think you're really good at the game, it will make you think otherwise. And yeah, once again, like, great soundtrack, amazing visuals. It's just incredible. If you don't have it, pick it up. The other one, second cheapest game on the list, Hollow Knight Voidheart Edition. One of the best indie games of ever, and the enhanced version. Basically, it has all the DLC. Visuals are great, music's great. One of the best Metroidvanias, and the second best Metroidvania on this list. Sorry, but I have to give that to Symphony of the Night. But yeah, it's half off, $7.50. Hollow Knight, if you haven't played it, you really should. And yeah, regardless of what your video tastes in games is, anybody that's a gamer should really play this. Next one, Hyper Light Drifter. This game was very, very well received when it first came out, and then I didn't really hear a lot of people talk about it. But yeah, it's usually $20. Heart Machine, I forgot that's who developed it, did an amazing job with this game. The pixel art is gorgeous. It has couch co-op on it, so 2-player. It's pretty great in that regard. $7, yeah, I mean 65% off. This is really good game. Like, it's so good. It's not the longest game ever, but it's very interesting with its environmental storytelling, and the gameplay is super tight. So like, if you just need a co-op game to play with a friend, this is a great one. Like, it's so good. That's pretty much all I can say about it. Alright, the next one. Speaking of amazing indie games, I can't really count this as an indie game because it is a remaster of a Sega Master System game, which was not really an indie game at the time. Kind of was, but it was a second-party developed game. It's like saying like Donkey Kong Country was an indie game. Not really, because Rare was later basically considered second-party Nintendo. But at the time, they basically only made games for, you know what I mean? So, yeah, the original was created by Ryuichi Nishizawa and a very small team at West One, and it was exclusive to the Sega Master System for, I think, a little bit, and then it came to the TurboGrafx 16, which was not a great port in my opinion, but anyway, now we have a definitive version of the game. This is literally better than the original in every way, and it's a very faithful remaster. I say remaster because it's essentially the exact same game. Everything has been recreated, like new graphics and assets and stuff like that, so that's where people are like, no, it's a remake, it's a remaster, whatever. It's the exact same game. So it is kind of a remake, but if you said it was a remaster, you'd basically also be correct. But yeah, Lizard Cube developed this one with .mu. Second time they were on this list, and it's super good. $8. Again, it's not a very long game, but it's absolutely gorgeous and it sounds great, and the gameplay is super tight. Like, yeah, definitely pick it up. Aside from the original Metroid, it's also one of the earliest Metroidvanias, and I think one of the first Metroidvanias not on a Nintendo platform. So, alright, next up we got 80% off Iconoclasts. Again, this game, beautiful pixel art, great story, really well done. $4. This was another one of those indie games that basically made a big splash when it first came out, and then people kind of stopped talking about it. But yeah, it's only $4. If I can't say too much about this game because I haven't played it personally, but I've seen people play it before, and I'm just like, man, this is up my alley. So yeah, if you want to know more about the game, maybe check a review or something like that. Somebody that's played the whole thing. All I know is it's a fantastic game and it's only $4 right now. And the very last deal we have, it's half off PlayStation Plus. This is going, I know it doesn't say on this page, but this deal is going until the end of the month. So I believe, right, there's 30 days in August? Oh, no, there's 31. I believe it ends on August 30th. So yeah, if you guys do want to get half off of a year of PlayStation Plus, it's usually $60, now down to 30. Definitely renew now. This is the time to do it. It's pretty rare when you see this kind of discount on just a membership for PlayStation Plus. I mean, you get your free games, you got your online play, you got your cloud saves, all that good stuff, and it's a great deal. So anyway, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. So thank you very much for stopping by. Again, that's until the 30th, and very special thank you to our Farts and Crap Show members, Old Cranky Gamer, Devalis Draconis, and Retro HD. Thank you guys so much for checking out that join button down below and choosing to support the show a bit more directly. It greatly helps out. And till next time, everybody, take care, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.